Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? Why are we mistreated? Why are we in this condition? Stripped of our name, our language, our culture, our God, and our religion. Here in America, all of our religious training has been gotten by the preacher. He has told us of a heaven way up in the sky that we can't enjoy now, but rather after we die.
Sister Kalila.
Brother Tony.
Guess what?
We are live.
And we're back.
And we're back.
You couldn't get rid of us. I'm talking to our enemy. You couldn't get
so
rid of
excited.
us. We back.
We're back.
We just had to take a little break, but we back.
We back. Look, and your girl done lost a little bit of weight, as y'all can see it in my face. You can't tell, Brother Tony? Anyway, in the most holy name of Allah, always bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. I would like to greet you all in the beautiful greeting words of peace in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, ma'am.
Brother Tony, I am so excited because this ministry is a ministry that I always say this, that's near and dear to my heart. But not only this is a beautiful ministry that is near and dear to my heart, this is also a ministry that my mother, may Allah be pleased with her, Baba Muhammad, was a part of, and that is the prison ministry. And I do not want to belabor the point. I want to pass it over to you to actually start our process, our program in regards to the prison ministry.
All praise is due to Allah, family. Let me begin properly. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, the one God to whom holy praises are forever due, the Lord of the worlds, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, the supreme being to whom holy praises are forever due. I am forever thankful to Almighty God Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the exalted Christ. And I thank Almighty God Allah for not leaving us alone and raising from among us and preparing one for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I speak about that one in our midst today who is guiding the multitudes of our people, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. In their divine names, I greet you in peace. We say it in the Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Beloved family, peace be unto you. That's what assalamu alaikum means. It's a prayer that we bestow on the human family, because every day that we wake up, every day that we have an opportunity to get into the fight, and the fight is mainly within self, we have another opportunity to gain victory. We have another opportunity to waken our people up and lead them to a better way and a better life. Welcome to your Thursday night talks. What do we do when it's ours and yours, Sister Kalila?
Listen, you know what to do.
You need to share, like, subscribe. You need to copy and paste the URL and share it with whoever you can. Share it in your group meets. Share it with whomever can benefit from this program, which would be everybody.
Everybody.
Did I say everybody? Everybody.
Yeah.
So, dear family, the 7th Region Coalition to Help Save Lives was assembled by Student Regional Minister, Student Minister Patrick Muhammad, whom we shout out each and every program.
Yes, sir.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan gave him divine instructions after the Criterion message that he delivered on July 4th, 2020. He wanted to assemble us to do a lot of fact-finding, do town hall meetings, which we did. We assembled our forces, and we provide this program to you with the aim and purpose of saving lives. We were assembled in a time of pandemic, which was filled with a lot of confusing information and harmful information, or information that would lead to many of us getting harmed. Today, we are still providing useful, guided, filled information that is meant for the salvation of our people. We're just providing right guidance using the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the perfect guidance of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and seeking to build with our people who may be experts in certain fields, certain endeavors, and we want to guide our people to right truth. Tonight, beloved family, out of the 9 ministries given to us by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we are focused on 2 ministries here, and the first one because it lays the base for all the others, and that is the Ministry of Spiritual Development. This ministry bears responsibility for assisting the individual member of the community in the process of heeding truth and right guidance. Respect, honor, and obedience to the authority of the Creator in all aspects of life are essential to peace, harmony, freedom, justice, and equality. In the words of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, self-development is an absolutely essential component of this microcosm of the new world. It is not enough that we grow horizontally through the acquisition of farms, factories, banks, industry, trade, commerce, money, good homes. Horizontal growth alone is death. All dead things are on a horizontal level. Therefore, we must grow vertically, grow in uprightness, or we will be overcome by our horizontal growth. The foundation of this ministry are study and training units designed on the guidance of Allah God to produce self-examination, self-analysis, self-correction, and to quicken in each and every one of us the self-accusing spirit. For it is only when we are awakened morally that we have to face the self-accusing spirit that leads to our resurrection. And that type of teaching has to go everywhere, from the streets to the suites to the very prison system, which we will be discussing tonight. The other ministry that we'll be focusing on here tonight is the Ministry of Justice. We want to do justice by our incarcerated brothers and sisters. The Ministry of Justice protects the rights and privileges of the members of the society and provides for penalties to be imposed upon persons who violate or threaten to violate the law or dispute the peace. No member of the community shall forfeit his or her rights and privileges of membership in the community without just cause and without due process in reaching a determination that such cause exists. This ministry is charged with the development of an independent judicial system in order to carry out its charge. It also initiates legal action, including class actions against external entities, including government, corporations, institutions, and/or individuals who, through their actions, pose a threat to the essential rights of the members of the community. At this time, introducing our guest here tonight, I turn it over to our beloved brother and student in the ministry, Brother Mark X.
Thank you, Brother Tony. In the most holy name of Allah, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. I greet you, my beloved family, with the greeting words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, sir.
All right, it's good to be back, and we are back with not just one but three guests. So let me get busy. Our first guest is Rashad Ishmael Shabazz, and he, our dear brother, has transformed his life through perseverance and dedication to the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, as exemplified by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, a registered student member of the Lost Foundation of Islam in the West, under the esteemed leadership of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Rashad Muhammad has served and continues to serve as the Secretary Paralegal for the Nation of Islam's 7th Region Prison Reform Ministry in Fort Myers, Florida. His journey is marked by significant personal transformation. Formerly incarcerated in the Florida Department of Corrections, Rashad spent over 26 years in prison before his release in 2021. This experience, however, did not define him. Instead, it fueled his determination to contribute positively to society. Upon his release, Brother Rashad embarked on an entrepreneurial path, founding Shabazz LABS LLC, LABS standing for Life, Art, Business, Social. This halal holding company is a testament to his vision and commitment to ethical business practices. Currently, he is at the forefront of developing America's first 5-star halal resort, showcasing his innovative spirit. But Rashad's academic achievements are equally impressive. He graduated with honors in the field of law, a remarkable feat that led to his induction into the International Honor Society, Delta Epsilon Tau. His story is one of resilience, transformation, and unwavering dedication to his community and faith. Also joining us, I don't know if Brother Tony is going to take.
Yes, I will introduce our brother.
Yes, sir.
And so up next in our lineup is Brother Zackariah Muhammad, a husband, motivational speaker, role model, and mentor for 20 years of experience working in the state of Florida and the federal prison system, including South Bay, Miami, and Calhoun facilities, with a 75% success recidivism reduction with our clients. For not our clients, but his clients, rather. For the last 5 years, I have been serving at, these are his words, I have been serving as the 7th Regional Prison Reform Coordinator, which covers all of the state of Florida. For the past few years, he has been employed as the manager of one of the largest lawn maintenance businesses in the county, hiring ex-offenders in trades such as plumbing, electrical, tile setting, roofing, and landscaping. He is a co-founder and president, CEO of Florida's Ex-Offender Reentry and Transition Services, Inc., a Florida-based not-for-profit corporation, providing a continuum of self-services and conflict resolution services. Our core mission is self-improvement, the basis for community development. You can't improve your community without improving yourself first. Very, very beautiful words by our brother. Sister Kalila, you'll be, of course, introducing our next brother.
Yes, absolutely, with honors. Brother Michael 4X, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Brother Michael 4X is now proudly calling Jacksonville, Florida his home. His life is a powerful testimony to the transformation power of faith, discipline, and redemption. Once upon a former incarcerated, Brother Michael 4 made a life-changing decision to embrace a new path after being inspired by the life-giving and life-saving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad under the guide, under the divine guide and leadership of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, determining.
Take your time, Sister Kalila.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
I got you. All right. Don't interrupt me. Let me finish. All right. Determined to transform not only his circumstances, but also his character, he commits himself to the renewal of his mind, his heart, and purpose. While incarcerated, Brother Michael refused to allow his past to determine his future. Instead, he invested in his personal and professional goals by earning his certificate as a state board certified cook, a certified nutritionist consultant, first class personal fitness trainer, and a class A commercial driver, which is a CDLA. These accomplishments reflect his unwavering belief that every individual has the ability to rise above adversity through education, discipline, and faith. Yet, despite these noble achievements, Brother Michael humbly tells everyone who asks that his greatest accomplishment is not found in certificates he has earned or the skills that he has mastered. Rather, it's the ongoing journey of becoming a better human being, a striving Muslim, and a faithful servant to God. His great joy in living a life dedicated to righteousness, personal growth, and service to others. Today, Brother Michael 4X served as a full-time laborer in the Nation of Islam, wholeheartedly committed to advancing the mission of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and supporting the leadership of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. His passion for helping others discover hope beyond their past has made him an inspiration to many, especially those who's seeking a second chance of renewed purpose in life. Brother Michael 4X's story is one that is resilient, redemption, and unwavering faith. His life demonstrates that true success is not measured by where one begins, but by the courage to change, the commitment to grow, and the willingness to dedicate one life to the service of God and humanity. Through his example, he continued to inspire everyone to believe that transformation is always possible and that every life has the potential to become a source of hope, healing, and positive change. And without further ado,
bring our
get
brothers up.
our brothers on here.
Bring them on.
Praise be to
Zackariah.
Allah. Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu
Welcome,
Akbar.
welcome.
Woo! Listen.
It is a high honor having you on the program.
Listen, long overdue. Long
An
overdue.
honor to be here.
Long overdue. So, like I was indicating to before you all got on the show, I was saying how near and dear the prison ministry is to myself because my mother was a part of the prison ministry. My mother used to go in and out of the prison, and I'm talking about my mom had so many certificates from our incarcerated brothers, and I mean, she'd been awarded all type of, certificates and, and plaques and all of that stuff. And, and the thing is, my brother spent time in prison pretty much all of his adult life. So we want to talk about the reform process of the prison ministry. So, with that being said, I just wanted to kind of touch bases in regards to the criminal justice system. Why do you feel? Why does it? Why does the criminal justice system needs reform? I'm going to start with you, Brother Zackariah, and I'm going to just rephrase the just the question. But why do you think that the prison justice system needs reform?
Yes, that's a beautiful question. First and foremost, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent and Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Honorable Elijah Muhammad is his daughter, risen Christ, and I bear witness that Honorable Minister Farrakhan is the Messiah, and I miss. I greet everyone in the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
Um, it have came to a point now where the reform is needed to be updated. When it came to my attention in 1995, the Million Man March, when the minister had informed everyone to adopt a brother or sister and follow through with them. And I was still in my spiritual and still continue to be in my spiritual growth development. I seen the necessities of this of being reformed, and currently now to make this a decent, safe environment that we all can live together in peace and harmony in one universe. So I took it upon myself to be the example of that very formation being reformed.
Yes, sir.
Not that the system reformed me. No, far from that. It was the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that reformed me. When I started hearing the outcry, seeing youth, as I was a youth, started coming through the doors with no hope, no purpose, or anything. And I was one of the victims that was either brother that was reformed under the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. When a brother gave me a book called Our Savior Has Arrived.
Yes, sir.
I went to start reading that book, and I seen some very key points in that book. And he told me, when you get through reading that, read this book, The Message to the Black Man. And that was like a spear to my heart. I used to read that book in the wee hours of the night. When there was no light, I would have to hold The Message to the Black Man up to the window to get light from the moonlight to read that book. And I even highlighted a part. It was a part in there about a brother named Troy X, which we all know now as Abdul Biyat Bey, Minister Biyat.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
From that point, from the hanging aspect, what I read from that, and the hanging that goes on into the prison system, that this system will call the family and tell them that they son or they daughter have belied themselves, have hung themselves, far-fetched from that. So from there, prison reform, I started reforming myself under the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, going into myself to recognize some of these hidden qualities that brothers were informing me about. I didn't know about hidden qualities in myself until a brother helped me expose those hidden qualities. I mean, that was laying dormant. And then I found myself going around through the compound, introducing brothers to the message to the black man. I'm talking about the homies who I ran the streets with.
Yes, sir.
Who was coming through that revolving door.
Yes, sir.
And they say, man, what's going on with you? I say, this is what's going on. This message to the black man, the Nation of Islam, Minister Farrakhan, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's where I'm at now. Because brothers used to tell me, wow, they used to hear my grandmother cry way to the street corner saying they got my baby. And I had made it my word bond to myself that I would dry her weeping eyes.
That's right.
And from that point, I got out here, made my word bond, not only to myself, the covenant that I given to Allah God, who appeared to us in the person of Master Muhammad. These are the bonds. These are the process of my reforming to lead by example what I have told everyone I would do. Even I shared scripture that I would not leave them or forsaken them for us in this work that has been taking place and still currently taking place. It's so much to share on this reform, brother. Being reformed right now. As you asked that question, Sister Kalila,
Yes,
it's a
sir.
beautiful thing. I found my purpose in life. I found my gift. I found my talent. I found myself. I found my heart. I found everything that is needed in here. I even found the Seven Region Coalition part in this reform. It's much more to say about that, but it's a beautiful thing. Still currently going into the prison, and we have a team here in Florida that does this in each city. And where there's not a brother, we make it happen by the grace of Allah. But the reforming is of the mind, renewing our mind, get rid of that ignorance and replace it with some divine, intelligent information that would
Okay.
govern our morals and principles. That type of reformation, Sister Khalil.
Praises be to Allah. Well, I want to definitely get some comments from your team. The same question, Brother Rashad. In regards to why there is a need for the criminal system to have reform.
In the most holy and perfect name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. The criminal justice system in America cannot be reformed.
Okay.
It needs to be destroyed. It needs to be burned up in the hellfire and done away with. There's no reform coming from the criminal justice system as we know it. And so Allah, in his divine wisdom and knowledge of the future, he established prison reform by calling his man into the jail to witness him. This is the price you have to pay for redemption. And so in following that path, like Brother Zackariah as so beautifully expressed, in his leadership in the 7th Region Prison Reform Ministry, when I came out of prison in 2021, I was introduced to him and Brother Tony. Brother Tony was a brother who processed me. Brother Zackariah is the prison reform minister who allowed me to come into the prison reform ministry and operate what I learned while I was incarcerated. And Sister Kalila, we have a connection because your mother, Sister Barbara, is the one who put the Final Call newspaper in my hand.
Oh my Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
Love your mother.
Praise be to Allah.
She is legendary in the Florida Department of Corrections. So when you ask that question about what can be done, nothing. The only you can do prisoner reform, and that is the example given to us by the Messiah in our midst, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And so once again, I cannot pound this enough. The listening audience, give the Nation of Islam a considerable look. Give the Nation of Islam Prison Reform Ministry a considerable look. Forget about what the media says and what your friends in the neighborhood. Take the opportunity to go to God and come with God to the Nation of Islam and give us a look and study. Prison Reform Ministry, when we go into the prisons, we're bringing in the teachings, the books, we're bringing in the Final Call newspaper, we're bringing in DVDs, and it was your mother, Sister Barbara, who inspired me to do this work when I came home.
Praise
That's
the
my purpose, like Brother Zackariah said. This minister said that when a man finds his purpose in life and is found doing it.
That's right.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yes, sir.
You went out a little bit.
Good. But I was saying that the Prison Reform Ministry, I found my purpose in life in that. You know, in the dedication and the response of God, my be working this has been luxury, money, good homes, and friendships in all walks of life. I came out of prison with a bag of prayers on request. And by Allah, Master Farah Muhammad, I don't have any prayer left. I have left to want. He's given me everything that I ever wanted, including being here on this platform with you believers.
Praises be to Allah.
Oh, praise be to Allah.
Praises. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I want to add something else, Sister Kalila.
Okay, but before you do, I want to talk to. If
I know you've been prison reform too, because you've been on that road with us too.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
We're not going to leave that out.
We'll talk about that later. But I want to definitely hear from Brother Michael 4X in regards to that question as well, in regards to prison reform, in regards to the justice system. Why do you feel that the justice system needs reform?
You have to unmute, Brother Michael. Unmute yourself, Brother Michael.
Unmute. Brother Michael, got to unmute.
You have to unmute yourself.
There you go.
Oh. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I thank you that there is no God but Allah.
You're going in and out, beloved.
You're going in and out.
You're going in and out. You may want to log out and come back in, beloved.
It's kind of choppy.
Yeah. Log out and come back.
Yes, you can go and find out what Brother Zach was talking about.
Yeah, we can go back. Let me.
Yes. There was a situation that happened to a sister son that he was castrated, and it had been long hours of meeting, even 5 o'clock in the morning, going to the Capitol here in Florida, in Tallahassee. And Sister Khalil, she was on deck, she was on board. We made it happen. It was just one infraction, but we made it there.
Yes, sir.
Because our people don't know the structure of this.
Yes, sir.
And they wanted Sister Khalil to turn around to do some other stuff, and I say no. If she go, we can't go, because we just couldn't do it. We had to get out the truck with the sister and come back with Sister Khalil. Cause never to the less she'll tell my regional captain or my regional minister. Put her out the car and tell her to turn around on I-95. And I say, sister, I'm sorry, we can't do that. Just go ahead and we'll meet you up there. But by the grace of Allah, we still came up there so that the sister can have justice, and also so that she can get some type of reform in her mind. And not only that, me and Brother Mike was blessed to go inside the medical facility where they had sister son at to speak with him. And that case is still open right now, family. I got a text from sister. She ran for the counselor there in Jacksonville. And Sister Khalil, we do appreciate you being on the road with us, because MGT's handling the sisters, you know, and that's just our structure. But yes, you was there as well with us on that, and it was a beautiful thing, beautiful experience.
Yes.
And you know, we just doing our part. We doing our part. We just doing our part. And another aspect I missed on the reforming sister and audience. I made a promise to Allah because I went up under the knife of the enemies. And yes, I was frightened because my life was at hand. And I asked Allah, who came in the person of Master Muhammad, to see me through that. And I would serve him all the days of my life.
Mm.
And when I got out, I got busy. I met Brother Tony, met another brother named Brother Clifton, and he was processing us.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I
man.
remember that time.
These brothers here know something. And then Brother Gerald, one of our former assistant ministers.
May Allah be pleased with him.
And may Allah be pleased with his soul. He said, Brother Tony, let these brothers in the class. Go for our class. So that was part of the reforming. And to show you, to say that it did take process with me about 2-3 years later. FO out of the year.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I remember.
All right.
Out of the year coming out of prison and
Yes,
still
sir.
standing because I made my word bond to myself and my people to let them know that I just wasn't a brother inside
Right.
studying something or just wanted to know something. I just wanted to be about it. I
Right.
don't do too much talking. When it go down, it goes down. Then I report it. But man, we have a beautiful regional minister, student minister Patrick.
Yes, sir,
And he
beloved.
said, Brother Zach, I know you're working, but highlight some of this stuff. I have been working closely with, there got our beautiful brother right there, man.
Yeah.
Love that brother there,
There he
man. He
is.
helped me in my development. And not only that, me and our student regional minister, we have traveled together in prison reform, going inside the prison as well. And he knows what it's like. He know what it is to get a recall or find a call rejected. He know what it is when the Nation of Islam trying to get into the prison. And man, it's a beautiful thing, man. I accept the challenge. When we went to prison, we weren't scared of the laws out here. That's why we went to prison. So, we sure not scared of the laws, not to fight for our Islam. We'll surely win.
Praises be to Allah. All right, brother. I'm going to see if we can get brother Michael Ford to
He's back on.
to expound on that. Let's see, brother Michael. Okay, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
In relations to the first question as to why prison reform is needed, one, because the system wasn't designed to
Come on.
reform us, not on the level that God Himself desired. And if we watched the Julio Fulio case, and when the young brother was being sentenced, and the judge, and I guess it was the prosecutor who was a former warden of a prison, how he pleaded to get them in prison with a life sentence because they needed new bodies to put to work, and he called it sweat equity. So the basis of the criminal justice system, as it was with slavery, is to get sweat equity from the black man. But because of the way society has been shaped, you have all different nationality and races of people in prison. So the need for reform is really the transformation and the renewal of the mind. And if I may say, those of us who are of the formerly incarcerated and are in the Nation of Islam, we are the premier example of prison reform because of the transformation effect of the life-giving and life-saving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad under the divine guidance of the honorable minister Louis Farrakhan. Because why do I say that? In it's really the Nation of Islam that sets the stage, and for the most part in language. We have everybody saying, "Come on, black man, how you doing, black man? What's going on, black man? What's happening, my brother?" And this is pretty much everybody. And then you look at the transformative power of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, how it can take a brother who may have been sentenced to 1 or 2 life sentences, he decides he wants to change his life. He still has 1 or 2 life sentences, and he comes into the Nation of Islam. He starts the transformation process of transforming himself, yet he's under the authority of a brother in prison who may hold the position of a captain or a lieutenant, and that brother may only have 5 years or 10 years. And in the real world, if I if I got 2 or 3 life sentences, man, I'm the hardest, baddest, coldest person you want to know in terms of that lifestyle. So what would I be doing? Yes, sirring and no sirring and answering questions to lessons to somebody who has less time than me. That's just the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and its transformative effect on the mind of the black man when he put his mind to it to change. And that program in and of itself can help the entire prison population.
Praises be to Allah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all.
Beloved brothers, I'm in complete agreement with you that the criminal justice system is, in fact, that criminal justice.
Right.
Absolutely.
It is not a
Absolutely.
broken. It is not a broken system like how some people try to argue that it is. What it is designed to do, it is in fact doing.
That's
So
right.
I want to ask this particular question. I'm gonna go scriptural. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 3 reads, "Continue to remember those in prison as if you were together with them in prison, and
My
those who
God.
are mistreated as if you yourself were suffering."
My
Please
God. Come
reflect
on, brother.
on this scripture and expound on why you dedicate yourself to the Nation of Islam Prison Reform Ministry the way and manner that you do. I'm going to start with Brother Rashad.
Yes, sir. Thank you, dear brother. I was the last one to come out of prison, out of all of us in the prison reform ministry. I just came home in 2021, and I spent 26 years in this prison system. I've seen the Muslims in the Nation of Islam be considered not Muslim. I've seen them be barred from attending the Jummah service to worship. I've witnessed with my own 2 eyes the Final Call newspaper, the message to the black man, our Savior has arrived. Any of our books and teachings get turned away from the prison because they do not want that. And that goes right back into the idea of a criminal justice system that is being reformed. They don't want reform. Just like someone owning McDonald's and then you're telling them to get rid of hamburgers. They need hamburgers to make money. And the prison system, they need bodies. And the throwaways of society are black and brown bodies. So they monetize our bodies by making us work in prison for no money in Florida. You have less than 1% of the inmate population in Florida that earns an income. The federal system is quite different, and Brother Student Minister Zackariah, he knows very well about that system himself. But back to your question, Brother Tony, being there, that's what drove me. I've seen FOI cry like babies because they weren't accepted by other Muslims. I've seen the fruit of Islam in prison, brothers who accepted the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad sight unseen. Just hearing the page of the message to the black man that a brother may have had. Sister Camilla, I've had a final call. I said it before, your mother gave me a final call in the early 1990s, and that was the only final call I had until the year 2000. I carried the final call with me in plastic. They tried to flush it down the toilet. I fought with the officers. My brother tried to use my final call paper one day to roll cigarettes on it because it was on my bed. I fought with the inmates just to establish the Nation of Islam in prison because that is the only thing that will save our people. Just like in the time of Noah, the only thing to save humanity was the situation that God put him in and the construct that he was ordered to make. The Nation of Islam may not look like the Islam of the East, but just like when God told Noah to build this boat out of the material of the mountain,
come on, beloved.
Use some of the material. You don't have to use the whole mountain. The whole mountain is the world of Islam. But in the day of judgment, the world of Islam, under the dispensation of the Prophet Muhammad, was not to be here to survive the judgment. It was the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad who would perfect that Islam and bring it into the time of judgment, and that would be the ark to save our people. So if you love your people and you want to save them from a fire whose fuel is men and stones, I suggest to you that you introduce them to this prison reform ministry, because we are not superstitious. We are not spooked out. We do the math and we do the science, and we are the best example of the end result. I look at myself, I look at Brother Zackariah, I look at Brother Mike, I look at Brother James, with the Minister Ali, everybody who is in the 7th Region Prison Reform Ministry. I'm missing somebody, Brother Cliff. All of us are the best examples of the gospel that we preach. We are not suffering. We are not suffering loss. We are not suffering setback. We are not suffering sicknesses and death, because we follow the life-giving teachings. And they're called life-giving because they are that. You have to connect your people to these teachings to save them. I'm not trying to be long-winded, but when you ask this question, it's here. It's to the heart. I'm dedicated. I'll cut my right arm off for this teaching to get to the people, because I know what it did for me, and I know what it can do for them.
Come on, beloved. All praises due to Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu
Akbar.
Allah.
Yes, sir.
Same question, Brother Michael. If you want me to
Yes,
repeat
sir.
the
Well,
question,
if
I could.
I pretty much like that you chose that verse actually, because point number 5 on
Come
the
on.
back of the Final Call newspaper,
Yes,
it's
sir.
not what the Muslims believe, it's what the Muslims want.
Right.
God's program. Well, God wants freedom for all believers in Islam, now held in federal prisons and innumerable prisons in the north throughout the south. Check this out. In correlations with that verse, you would have to ask yourself why the verse. Then, in correlations with the teachings and program of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, why do God want all believers in Islam now held in prison? Period. Why do He want us? What is it about those who are incarcerated that He can use to usher into His reality? Well, uncommon to what many might believe or what many might agree to or what many might say, those of us who have experienced incarceration, I believe to a great degree it is by divine design. Why do I believe that? Is because those brothers who are incarcerated did not have any regard for the enemy's rules or regulation that govern his society. So if you look at that, or we put on a law's vision, or we try to view it from a law's perspective, these are some people that I can use. I can't use them like they are, but I could use them if they was reformed. Let me take them out of society, put them in a place where they can hear my man,
Yes,
where they
sir.
can hear his teachings, change their life, make up their mind that this is what they're going to do, get out and help me in this mission. I like the title of the program, The Work and the Mission, or The Work
Yes,
of the
sir.
Mission. So when you look at that, even those incarcerated have a purpose in the divine scheme of things, of ushering in God's kingdom. When you look at that. So if you all know a person in prison, or if you don't know a person in prison, you might want to get to know a person in prison. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan told us in 1995 to adopt a prisoner
Yes.
for the main purpose of helping them get through what it is that they're going through, primarily those of us in the Nation of Islam. Because even though you have the Nation of Islam in prison and we're reaching brothers, we're not really reaching everybody, but that don't mean they can't be reached. It just may take another individual to guide them along the process to ushering them into that new mindset. So if you're listening again, you want to adopt a prisoner, male and female, alike. You want to adopt a prisoner. So I would say the correlation of that verse is right on time with the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
All praises due to Allah. Brother Zackariah, your reflection.
Can you it was something you said in that verse. Can you read it over again?
I will
beloved?
reread the verse, my brother, and the question. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 3 reads, continue to remember those in prison as if you were together with them in prison, and those who are mistreated as if you yourself were suffering. If you could please reflect on this scripture and
Thank
why
you.
you dedicate yourself to this.
Thank
awesome
you, Brother Tony.
Yes, sir.
As I reflect to continue to remember those in prison that we left behind. There's a scripture said, how can you say you love God who you have never seen but hate your brother that you see every day?
Come on.
And when I see the example of Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Messiah, I'm looking at God's man.
Right.
And when he told us that, even before he told us that, I had felt in love with the teachings and those who was bind together in the teachings. That's why I dedicate myself to those who are still behind the walls.
Come on.
Still behind the wall. They are free in their mind, but they still behind the wall. See, that's just the lip compound. This out here is the big compound. And when we violate, guess what? They take our visiting rights because they say we're not ready for that. Statistics. My counselor told me, he said, Muhammad. I said, yes, sir. Van Bristle. He says statistics says 8 out of every 10 black men will be back in prison in 60 days.
Come on.
60 days?
60
I
days.
couldn't wrap my mind around it, but as you think about it, let's just start right here in Detroit or Chicago and come back to Florida. 8 brothers will go back in because they cannot cope with this big confinement out here. That's why I always have remembrance of those, Brother Tony, according to the scripture, that is still there. I remember when I was there. I remember what it was like to eat, to practice how to eat to live, not to eat to live, to practice that. Eating every other day.
Come on.
So when it comes to that remembrance, and all of us in the region here, in the prison reform, brother, we know brothers, man, saying they don't have families.
That's right.
Them to buy them shoes. We put money on their phones so that they can call us. They just want someone, they just want to be loved, man. So we say, we love our brother. How we can say we love God who we never seen and hate our brother? No, we showing the love that God would show them. And that's my remembrance to any brother that I have came encountered with in the prison that is still there. And not only that, Brother Tony.
Yes, sir.
Everybody know in the mosque, me and Brother Clifton.
Yes,
if you
sir.
see one, you see the other one. Savior's Day throughout, Day of Atonement throughout. However, I don't know Cliff from the streets.
Hmm.
I met Cliff in the prison.
Yes, sir.
He was my cellie. When they let me out, Cliff came and picked me up from prison.
Mm.
Praise to Allah.
The same as Brother Rashad in the 7th region when they picked up our brother Semi from prison.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's doing better, a little better.
Allahu
So these are some of the things of the remembrance. And we still building. We still building, brother. We building. And that's where my passion at. That's where my dedication at. That's where my remembrance at.
Come on.
And thank you. That was a beautiful question, Brother Tony.
All praise due to Allah. Special shout out to Brother Clifton who's watching. He's a beautiful brother, which I'm very happy every time he makes it out to study group in Miami.
All praises due to Allah.
Praise due to Allah.
My dear brothers, I would like to take this conversation further on just a very basic note. And we can start with Brother Zackariah on this. I want you to share with our listening audience, for those that may not be aware, what all is involved in the Nation of Islam's prison reform ministry. Start with Brother Zackariah on that one.
Can you say that again? I couldn't quite hear you.
Yes, sir. What all is involved in the Nation of Islam's prison reform ministry?
What on is on in the Nation of Islam?
What all is involved?
What all is what?
What is involved in the prison?
Oh, okay. All right.
What is involved in the Nation of Islam?
Oh, wow. Man, Allahu Akbar. Man, hard work and dedication, brother.
Hard work and dedication.
Hard work and dedication. That's involved in it. And it got to be work hard and cheerfully to establish a good name for yourself, according to what Minister Biot told me. And what involved in that, there are many opportunities. Myself, oh man, brother, it involved security, the elite security, working with our brother Fahim off the West Coast, being at a security platform with our brother Diddy, Puff Daddy, that they would call him, for 15, 16 years, and we still currently on that. And that's a beautiful brother, man. Despite just lies. I have been there, never seen such.
Absolutely.
Never seen such. Any brother Clifton can bear witness. Any brother who have came on that detail, even brother Mike, all the way from Jacksonville.
That's right.
Him here. He needs somewhere to be put up. The brother gave him currency and asked him, "Was that enough?" And brother Mike said, "Yes, sir." However, we have created myself, brother Rashad, brother Clifton, and brother Mike, due to he have some challenges, family challenges he dealing with. But however, we will initiate him into this program, a 501(c)(3) that called Pillar, post-incarceration living residency. CY, right. Meaning it can be established in any state or any city. It's just not mobile in one city. Pillar is a program that a brother or sister have to qualify for. To come in there. Don't come in there and tell our stuff. That's why the mind needs to be reformed. You can put them according to the messenger. We done read it. You can put her in a mansion and she'll tear it up.
That's right.
Because she don't have no self-improvement. The basis for community development, this community here needs to be developed, need to be reformed. But however, Pillar, it's a place that brothers and sisters can qualify residents. Brand new stuff, man. Nice, brother. In duplexes. Qualifying, they call brothers Rashad, call myself. There are any vacancies, they wait till like 2 weeks. And that's not adequate enough time to place them. It's and you have to qualify, brother, viewers. It's not just a place that you can just come for residence. There are some programs go with Pillar to get you up and started. That's the love that the Honorable Minister Farrakhan have given us to give our people, to love them. Nothing is wrong with us, man. Ain't nothing wrong with us. Just show them love. They'll do right, but we have to show them how to do right. So that involved Pillar. That involved the nation as well. Beloved, we deal with brother with litigation aspect. We do so much, brother. We do a lot of traveling, and
A lot of
here
work.
now, hard, dedicated work. We are up and running now. We doing a substation here now with brother Mike. We were just on the phone when I was in Jacksonville this weekend with you. We got on the phone and the brother told brother Mike. I gave brother Mike the phone. Put the package together and let's make it happen. Told brother Rashad the same thing. See me, brother. I get credit to the creditor. We brothers, man. Want for your brother what you would love to have for yourself, and that's what it's all about. That's what involved prison reform here on this watch.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be
Praise
to
be to
Allah.
Thank you.
You know, you were
Thanks
talking,
anyway.
yeah, brother, brother Zackariah, you was talking about, just the beautifulness of, your 501c3, and you was talking about just pretty much people are willing to help the prison reform, because there is not a lot of people who's actually trying to knock down your door. And later in the show we would like to also let the audience know how we can help the prison ministry in their efforts to making sure that they get the proper reform um, to resurrect the dead to life. And with that being said, you know, as far as this, let's talk about lawmakers, right?
Sister Kalila,
Yes.
real quick, just here
Okay.
tonight, we also do community service, like for brothers have community hours. We just completed
Mhm.
one of them today. I be on the phone with brother Rashad sometime 1 o'clock in the morning. Brother, I ain't got that report of that document for us, that brother community hours. So I just want, it's so much that
Mhm.
is involved in prison reform, man. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome, sir. So with that being said, just want to talk about, the lawmakers, that kind of shape this the prison. How can lawmakers effectively scale back extreme sentences such as mandatory minimum sentences? How can they scale that back?
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
I'm a say
I'm gonna do. I want to I want to hear from Brother Rashad on this
yes. I was
particular
going to say
question.
I can say something real brief, but that's the litigation brother right there.
Yeah, yes, sir.
To answer your question, dear sister, the lawmakers they create the laws to incarcerate us.
Mm,
It's natural at the game. And one thing about the enemy, he knows how to switch hands on you. He'll show you one hand, but the other hand is really doing the work. So when they took the power of judges out of their courtroom to substantially sentence convicted persons based upon the crime, the circumstances, the total circumstances around the crime, as well as other mitigating circumstances. The way that they have the sentencing system now is that even if you come for the first time in prison, if you commit a certain crime a certain way, the judge has no power to mitigate it unless he writes forms and forms and forms of justification for it. Many of them are too lazy to do that, so they would rather put it in the hands of the district appeal. They will say the sentence stands. This is what the law book says I must sentence you to. If you disagree with it, then you appeal. Now, if you've ever been in prison, you know how that system works. Once you go into the district courts of appeal, that system is so backlogged that it takes years and years and years of you just sitting and writing motions and collecting information to try to free yourself. And by the time those years run out and you do get a hearing, all they do is say that no appeal denied. You go back to the court that sentenced you and tell them that they were wrong for doing it, and then prove to them that you need a lower sentence or get your sentence overturned. That I read a book when I was in prison. I forget who wrote it, but they were giving these analogies using animals as characters, and one of them was the chicken and the foxes. The fox caught a chicken, and the chicken screamed, "Bloody murder! This is no justice. I need to see a judge." So he took him to the fox judge with the fox bailiff. And this chicken is sitting there, and the fox is over there with the pot boiling, cooking. What's your defense? You know, and
big smile on his face.
It was still guilty.
Wow. Praises be to Allah.
You ask me about justice and prison reform, you're asking the right person and the wrong person at the same time. The right person is going to give it to you the way it is, and it's wrong because those who stand for that, I stand against you. One thing I would like to say about this ministry, and I want to point out to the public, is that Brother Zackariah, you mentioned it, and Brother Mike, you mentioned it. I meet Brother Mike off of I-75 to pick up final call newspapers, uniforms, hats, everything to send him to the prison. Me and my wife, we travel from Fort Myers at 2 o'clock in the morning to meet.
That's right.
And his
That's
wife
right.
in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Clothes and shoes and other and stuff to bring it back to Fort Myers to warehousing. The post-incarceration living residency nonprofit that we all designed together and that we operate as executive directors of, we did this not in retaliation to the prison reform ministry of the Nation of Islam, but in support of it and as a result of our involvement in it. If you are the Nation of Islam and you are not compelled to do something for yourself, for your nation economically in the way of business or social reform, then you are just existing, you are not living. So I want to just put that out there so the people who are listening, they'll know that we are not just behind the microphone or on podcast talking.
No, sir.
And flapping our gums. We out there. Our wives are right there with us. Our family is involved.
Yes,
I have a family right now watching, and they pass the word to their friends all over the country. Yes, sir. Look at that beautiful picture.
Look at that.
Allahu Akbar.
Yes, sir. Those are some of the believers who are incarcerated here in Florida. They love Elijah. They love Minister Farrakhan. They love the Nation of Islam, and they want material. They want to study. And so the more people that we have support your regional Nation of Islam prison reform ministry, the more believers, the more friends and family of those who are incarcerated, our voice gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the real God, the living and true God, will support us, and we will find out that we cannot be stopped.
Wow.
Praises be to Allah.
Brother
Thank
Rashad, you should let her know about what the chaplain said.
Yeah. Little sister Linda Baker. When they have a problem with me coming into the prison system in the state of Florida because of the amount of years I did in here, but she, did some things and she got me to come in. She let us come in with our cell phones. We came with a bean pie and they lost their mind. They couldn't believe what it was, and she almost got beat up. They almost robbed her for it. But while we were in there with the believers in the prison, they were happy to hear Brother Zackariah speak, and then a lot of the Orthodox Muslims came into to sit down and listen also. Looked around and saw them, and she sat for a moment, and then she said, "Hold on, could you stop?" And she pointed, you, get out.
Yes, sir. Bear witness.
Said, why? She said, because these, pointed to the F-O-Y, she said, these are the pure ones.
Purified ones.
Pure ones. They come in here.
She said.
Allahu Akbar.
Sure. They represent what they believe in. She said, I don't know what y'all got going on, but I don't want you here. We were about to tell her sister they need to be here, but we don't want to just, we don't know what she knows about the situation, so we left it alone. We come to find out that a lot of those men who are swallowed up into the Orthodox Islam inside the prison system, they really don't know anything about the Nation of Islam, and they're being kept away from it. But the ears are tickling. They hear about it. They want to know. And so what we have been pushing for the past 4 years, since I've met Brother Zackariah, is for the Nation of Islam to have an app on the inmate tablets where they can have unfiltered access to the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad day and night.
That's right.
Today, without having some brother who attended a mosque one time 10 years ago tell them that I used to be a Muslim and I'm over here now. This is what they deal with. This is what they deal with.
Praise
Allahu
be to
Akbar.
Allah. Thank you, sir.
I would like to present some information to our brothers to have them reflect on this. The Miami Herald, the Orlando Sentinel, and the Florida Phoenix have recently reported a large amount of physical abuse, excessive force, staff misconduct, sexual abuse, and overcrowding in certain Florida prisons. What recent difficulties have you all been recently experiencing as it relates to helping our brothers and sisters becoming rehabilitated? Brother Michael, I'd like to begin with you.
Yes, sir. Brother, we had a 2-year fight, Brother Zach, if I'm correct, almost 2 or 3 years.
Yes, sir.
We had a fight, thanks to the teachings and training of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And thank you for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan boldness and spirit. We overcame that, but we was fighting hard, brother. Like
yes, sir.
blow to blow. We was fighting hard, but we prevailed. Because
sir.
we went in the name of Allah and the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and we pretty much used the minister's example, and the minister's illustration of how to talk to the enemy when you talking to the enemy to win him over to your way of thinking. So it was rough, but I'm glad that those news periodicals now are exposing the lifestyle that prisoners have to adjust to in prison, dealing with the security officers and the security guards. It's not easy, brother. We've all dealt with it, those of us who was incarcerated. um can you imagine your family sacrificing the small change that they have to get you a holy Quran, a prayer rug, get you books of the messenger, but when you get your books in the mail, it's ripped up, it's torn. Some of them have saliva in it, all kind of stuff, brother. That we've dealt with. You you have a conflict with some young gung-ho officers, or primarily Caucasian, who feel they want to set the standard or make themselves known. And you go, you stand correctly, but then they exercise their authority. They put you in a special housing unit. Then when you get your property, man, your property is damaged. All kind of. I don't even want to talk about it. No, that's how nasty it be when you get it. But those are some of the things that we deal with. That's uh the flip side of what we deal with in prison. It's not easy for those of us in Islam. Some things we have to fight for. Some things we have to go to court for. These are long, drawn out battles, but Allah allows us to prevail. And now I really understand why he want us, because it's a fight in us that we have, man, that's unrelentless. And when you give us the knowledge of self, oh my gosh, it's even more relentless. We be going hard. It's even more relentless. Especially when you know and you recognize that you got the God backing you, man. So once we overcame that battle, it made it a little easier for go into the prisons, have Ramadan with the brothers, and
Yes,
take
sir.
things in, to the prison, bean pies, final
Yes, sir.
call
Eat
newspapers,
with 'em.
leave
Yes,
them
sir.
with books and all kind of things, even bring food up to the prisons
Right.
for brothers to have during their special occasions. But what I want to do is I also want to thank our national prison reform minister, brother minister Abdullah, for his spirit.
Yes, sir.
I really want to thank him for his spirit, because he gave us instructions years ago.
Mm.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And due to his battle with an ailment that he had that I just recently found out, we was moving on that spirit from 3 years. And we know he get his spirit directly from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So we was just flowing
That's right.
off the
Mm.
gas,
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
inspiration, and spirit of Allah God, and the person of Master Farad Muhammad, his Messiah, and Mahdi. And we've been doing as much as we can in the seventh region, and we would like to do even more
Yes, sir. In the
in
making.
the seventh region than what we're doing, because it's all about the work and the mission, man. One for your brother believer, or one for your brother and or sister, what you want for yourself. If
That's
I
right.
was in that condition, I don't want to be in that condition ever again. So we ain't gonna say if I was in that condition. After having experienced that condition, man, I would want the support that I be giving to brothers in prison and sisters in prison. I would want the same support that the Nation of Islam is giving to brothers and sisters in prison all over the country. So,
Praise
yeah,
be
I'm
to Allah.
glad they're exposing it.
Praise be to Allah. Brother Zackariah, your reflection.
Yes, sir. I would like to continue off what Brother Mike had said.
Everybody,
Uh,
Hello?
real quickly, brother, we went through all the procedures. These are the things we had to go through and be very mindful. The fingerprint and the live scan, they call it, the background, everything. They would not let us in. We had to call the sentry, the man over every prison, chaplaincy. He couldn't help us. He said, "Well, call the warden." And me and Brother Mike got on the phone, and that chapel, he talked to us like we was inmates,
That's right.
trying to lure us in. Mike said, "Hey, I'm not locked up." So I was asking what it is that we can't come in. We have passed everything y'all have asked us for. You know what that man asked us? What y'all want to come in here for?
Mm.
We say we would like to come in to set up a self-improvement class.
Mm.
Knowing these are the things, once we can improve ourselves, letting brothers know they should never, or either a sister to know they should never ever wanting to go through this again. And this is part of most of the reason I am here, all for self-salvation as well. Not only that, another prison we went into, me and Brother Rashad, that man just, he cut it up like he was on the street corner.
Yes,
But
sir.
we hold our posture, respect, responding intelligently instead of emotionally. And that man called us in his office, me and Brother Rashad. He said, "I know who I am." He said, "I know I am Esau."
That's right. I've been witness.
Mm.
He told me and Brother Rashad. He gave us, bruh, he gave us the blues, but guess what? We stood there humble. Say, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." He wanted us to act out to show that we wasn't qualified to go in. But after we went in, he treated us with respect. Cause it was told, once you're in these people's house, you got a hand in the lion's mouth. And if you just try to snatch it out, he's gonna bite it off. So we just maneuvered our way around like the teacher tell us to meet and overcome all obstacles in our path. That's
Right.
what we deal with, family. But Allah is God. We have met a sister and son have opened the gates to let us in, and requesting for a self-improvement package 1 through 21. And Brother Rashad, make our word bond, and we have to send that to that sister. We want people to know this is what the nation does. It have laws that govern our morals and principles. We just not a whole bunch of uneducated people have joined something. This is not even the organization, man. This is a movement saying that we believe, showing that we believe that freedom is better than slavery. That's what we're about, and we working that mission. And with everyone's help, we accept your help. We accept your help. It's Eartha out the fold what that sister told me and Rashad that is doing this work. She believe in Jesus. We believe in Jesus too.
That's right.
And she said, but I know one thing, it's some more out his fold that is doing the work. And she said, I believe that's y'all. That's what that sister told us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh man, dear brothers, this is a very powerful discussion. The time is upon us. So I'm gonna just move forward and just ask for one of you to respond, because man, the time is upon us in terms of the program, and we want to make sure that this show gets archived and not exceed the time limit. So with that in mind, my question is very simple. It's a great work in reforming a human being. Very legendary people are known. Some that are not as known as others. For example, when people think of the Nation of Islam reforming people, one name comes to mind is Malcolm X, for example. Y'all agree with that? But the question I have is basically, what method is used in the process of reform? How do you reform someone? You know, so could I get maybe Brother Rashad to address that?
Yes, sir. If we try to do it on our own thinking, we'll mess up. We have to follow the path and the method of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Messiah Farrakhan. They are the great reformers. And even the word reform itself indicates that something happened to us. We know that God formed man, the original man. So to be reformed means that you became deformed. So the reformation is not to construct you and to pattern you after what we know and see on TV in the hip hop community or in the White House or in politics. When we reform a human being, you are not making him into a mere man in the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You are making a God. You are making a God in submission to the will of Allah. And if you don't understand that concept, then I suggest that you go back and study your Bible and study your Holy Quran. We don't want people to come out of prison. We want manifestations of God himself to come out. That's true reform. And so I suggest, and I would say, to answer your question, dear brother, that that's the absolute process. The same process that reformed us, replicate it in the people that you know, but also be wise and ingenuity with how you present it. It's more than just going and just reading the Quran and saying, here, you got it. You have to go to the root knowledge. The root knowledge goes all the way back to God himself. You appeal to the God in the people. Don't appeal to their liking. They may like cake, so you give them a cake to listen to you. No, appeal to the God in them, and the God in them will appeal back to you. And then they'll fall in love with the teachings. And then it won't be you reforming them. It'll be God himself reforming the human being into an image of himself to sit back on the ground out here. And it's all about mathematics and application. It's just that simple. It's not hard. Resurrection may seem difficult, but according to the Holy Quran, God says he can do it in a twinkling. And that's how we'll answer that question there, brother.
Thank you, dear brother.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. So clearly you are muted.
Yes, I am. Now I am not. Praise be to Allah. Thank you, Brother Mark. So I'm going to highlight the rehabilitation and the reentry perspective. Okay. So, as you all know about rehabilitation and reentry, because there's two factors in regards to the prison reform or the prison ministry, or as they call it, the institution, right? So, how can we better align vocational and educational programs with modeled based off of, like demonstrating, okay, I'm going to be a part of this program, or I'm going to be a part of this educational system that will allow you to get higher paid jobs and market yourself when you're outside, when you actually become free from prison and outside in the community. How can we better align this as it relates to reform? I'm going to ask Brother Michael Four to answer that question for me. Brother Michael Four, are you there?
He's muted, and now his screen
Now
is up.
he's out. Okay. Brother Zackariah, can you answer that question for me, beloved?
Yes, ma'am. Your question of how do you align that out here in the free world?
Yes, sir.
Well, I had heard many years what is the difference between a jailhouse Muslim and a free world Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you this here. When I was in jail, it prepared me for an evil transitory world.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making preparation to align myself out with all the opposition that I am going to face. And all those who I was communicating with, particularly with myself, the price of redemption of study guide number 13 with my grandmother, my family, and letting them know my word is bond. I'll come out and show myself first that I have been reformed, redeemed, like that. Just follow what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan had given us, even given us blueprint, a blueprint, man, economics. All these things that we can do for ourselves, just pool our resources. Just here, family, what myself, Brother Mike, Brother Cliff, and all those that we're in contact with, align that up. If you can sit a man down, you can teach him. And then, brother, you Muslim? Yes, I am. Under the guidance of Minister Farrakhan. So you line that up with them. And I did see the chat come across the screen. Brother Rashad, I meant to say Rashid, one of the places that we had visit. Yes, that right there. Dropping the material. Align them with that. Because I told them, brothers, I'm not a brother with the tambourine.
Right.
I'm a brother about this mission. I do not get paid for traveling, but I'm paying a price to give back what I helped messed up. Coming out of Miami to Panama City, just to tell y'all, Minister Farrakhan love you, and his student national prison reform minister Abdullah Muhammad, also our region, and also you too. The seven region coalition, because that's why we're here. Align yourself up with that to be able to prepare for what's out here. Forget that. You know, you have ample enough time to renew yourself. Go into your mind. It's not hard. You don't try everything. Now try to reform yourself. Study. Come out and give something back to yourself, your family. I even told them about their little sons, their little daughters, what's going on out here. Only because you're missing now the uncle. We and the aunties, you sister, have to stand in the place until they get here. only if their mind has been renewed with a new way of life and a new attitude. And that's the attitude of Allah God himself. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you.
Brother Rashad,
Yes, sir.
Upon reflecting, beloved, many issues to overcome and have been overcome in dealing with the prisons here in Florida. I was part of a program back in the early 2000s, actually late 1990s, early 2000s, which it was oriented towards prison reform. I was a baby in the Nation of Islam, and I remember the program was cut, and it was a volunteer program. It was oriented towards reform. No one was getting paid, and our program was cut. Other organizations have fought to make sure that our brothers and sisters get halal meals, proper halal meals in Florida. We know that to get the Final Call newspaper has been a struggle in the Florida prison system. Dear brother, what are other issues pertaining to discrimination against the Nation of Islam Prison Reform Ministry tend to be ongoing? And have you been able to overcome these type of difficulties in any type of way? Some things have been mentioned, but if you could expound a little more.
Yes, sir. There's many things going on to keep the Nation of Islam out of prison. And one of them is to cut off the communication. If you can't speak to your ministry or your ministers, then you don't have access to the mind of God in them to help reform you. When I was incarcerated, I was one of those inmates that always have those types of jobs. That was what they call the admin jobs, up with the warden and the colonels and the majors and classification. Because I was somewhat educated, they felt like I would be better suited to work there. And while I was up there working, one instance, this only once, I was working with the gang sergeant, meaning these are the people who know who all the gang members are on the compound, and they go and they speak with them and they counsel with them, and you know, it's a lot going on with that particular department. I was told to go in to shred some documents one day in that office, and when I picked the box up, by Allah, in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, it was a box. It was a 8x10 paper box full of letters only for Muslims. That
Yes, sir.
put into the mailbox to send to different organizations with stamps and everything, because they don't have much money. They say, hey, here's a book of stamps. Could you send me this book or that book? They had a box full to the top with all the letters from the Muslims. They never made it to the publishing companies. They never.
That's right. That's how they do it.
And if we look at him as if he's just being bad and not to the core of his nature, we're going to find ourselves facing an enemy that we cannot overcome. And so that you're talking about, Brother Tony, I'm an eyewitness of. I was in leading prayer one day, and staff members came into and surrounded us and cussed us out in the middle of Salat, demanded that we get up and get back to our dormitories right now. Now, I could have just say, no, y'all stay, we go pray and finish. But the wisdom of God, say anyway, everybody get up, be safe, get home to your dormitories. I got to the dormitory. I called the mosque in Miami, talked to the brother who answered the phone there, and they called the prison, and we never had an issue again. So the things that you're talking about, Brother Tony, they circle the wagons against us. But we have a law on our side. So like Brother Zackariah was saying, you know, this Brother Zackariah, he spent the night at my house, what it was, Saturday, you know, with me and my wife, and we prayed together.
Now, me brother Tony.
Yeah. We officed a lot together. We traveled that day to go to meet with the regional minister Patrick in Jacksonville. And on the way up there, we listened to the Minister Farrakhan, and we kind of, you know, just minister to each other, because it can be depressing. It can be depressing, especially for those brothers in there who want this knowledge and can't get it. Another instance, Brother Tony, that they deal with is intimidation from other inmates concerning what they believe. Punks in the FOI. However, love for all the Muslims, no matter who they are, whether you're a Sunni, a Shiite, it doesn't matter to us. It matters to them, but not to us.
That's right. That's right.
Upon the name of Allah and act right. So when you see the FOI just hurt, they can't. No, you can't pray with us, brother, because you ain't no real Muslim. This is what they tell them, brothers.
That's what they say.
Because you ain't no real Muslim. You know, who the heck are you to say who is a Muslim and not? So what we're dealing with is that kind of intimidation from the staff and from other inmates. And so I would like for all of the people who are listening to pass the word to their families and friends to assist the regional and the local prison reform minister and ministry. Assist them, whether you give a financial donation, whether you purchase books, whether you just say, hey, I support you, brothers. It doesn't matter. It helps us allow our heart to go a long way because this is a depressing job, but by Allah, we will get the work done. We will get it done. There is no failure in the plan for the nation of Islam. They ain't gonna set no more. They can forget about that.
Yes, sir.
All praises.
Praises.
Thank you, Brother Rashad. Brother Zackariah. Man,
Yes, sir.
there may be some that's inspired to want to go into the prison to minister.
Yes.
My question to you is, what are the preferred qualifications before one would go in to the prison to minister?
Being that, like Brother Mike said earlier, we fought so hard professionally. We fought in the way of Allah.
Right.
Without any type of derogatory words or anything. We just kept to the professionalism of Allah. And our prime example of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Now you're in Jacksonville. You're in Jacksonville. Beloved, that prison there, we have talked bill that. We have talked bill that in the name. Minister Biot come to my mind. He says, Zach, work hard and cheerfully to establish a good name for yourself. And I took it on the aspect, I is nothing, us and we, for us. So you just let me know, brother, it's easy now. You know what now? You just send your driver license, your identification, like that. Now they had us, bro, wanting to go through this here, this and that there. After we went through that, they still wouldn't let us in, and they transferred the brother Mark. I know I'm deviating off a little, but I have to say that. But once they did let us in, beloved, they transferred that brother that following week. And Brother Mike will bear witness. A month later, or probably 2 weeks later, we found the brother and went to that institution where he were, brought bean pies in. Mike, I think it was
right.
100 bean pies. How many was 50
Yes,
or
sir.
100 purchased, Mike?
I think it was 50. It was 50.
And we passed them out, gave the chaplain see some, and everything. I told you, brother, I am gonna find you wherever you at, and I'll come and see you. But that's the process there, brother Mark. We'll get you in, and not only that, we'll get you a PIN number, meaning you can go to any state facility with that PIN number. It's an easy process. It's like now, me and Mike was fighting them 15-round fights back in the day, but now it's like 12 rounds. And if we ain't knocked them out the first or second round, you know what I mean? The form of boxing, it's easy now, brother. You just let us know, Mike as well, but we will get you in through emails. You know, we have we got a paper trail on everything we do. Also, I have to give a shout out to our brothers in Mars 47, brother Chad and brother Ali.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
They went to the Coleman facility yesterday. They went to 3 of them. You know it's
Allahu Akbar.
there. They go.
There's our
Where they
regional
at?
minister right there.
Yes, sir. I don't think you had got them from yesterday, brother Tony, brother Chad, and brother Ali went into the Coleman complex, and there's 5 prisons right there in that one complex, and they covered 3 of them. So, brother, it's open. It's a wide field. It's a waiting for us, brother. So any brother, just contact me. Everybody have my number. I have your number, and let's do it.
That's right.
You know, where are my helpers? According to what the Honorable Minister Farrakhan always remind us of the scripture. Here we are. Send me, Lord. You know, send me. You know,
Yes.
send me. I'm not afraid. I am a brother. I'm not afraid.
Yes.
They stopped me from driving the many hours by myself. I used to go by myself. I went and seen my nephew way up there, and they say no. Minister Patrick Poster went one time to see me. I meant to say Minister Patrick Poster have went one time with me to see his loved one. He said, Brother Zach, I'm not going to be able to make it. We're going to have to postpone. I said, well, brother, I'm going. I told him, my word is born. I'm going. Minister Patrick, our student regional prison reform minister, he would bear me witness. I say, brother, I'm going. Allah is with me. So yes, brother, and any other brother that is brother, you run this podcast here. You qualify. You got some good questions. You got some good information.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
anything that we don't know, we don't tell brothers. Well, brother, you know what? We'll get you that information. We don't go by what we think. We go off actual facts. Crack Black and a Zach off the actual facts.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise
be
be
to
to
Allah.
Allah.
Thank you, dear brother.
Oh,
So-
you know one more thing. Sister
Oh.
Khalil, the sisters in Tallahassee there,
Yes.
they are streaming. And with that, we normally have a like the husband and wife, Brother Ali and his wife normally do it, Brother Tars, Pensacola, and Brother James and Tampa.
Mhm.
These the ones that you know send
Yes.
a brother out. I had wanted to say that as well because we do have sisters. They screaming. There's a voice in the wilderness crying. There's a voice in the prisons crying on the sister side as well. Thank you.
Praises be to Allah. Thank you for keeping us updated with that. And with that, just want to get into the mindset of the climate, right? Because I know that, based off of, you, Brother Michael, you, Brother Rashad, and you, Brother Zackariah, you did a lot of time in the prison ministry. Now we're dealing with the current climate of what's going on. So is it meaningful for prison reform to be possible in this current climate? I'm going to turn it over to Brother Michael to answer that question in regards to that.
Say that again. Is it meaningful for?
Yes. Is it meaningful prison reform is possible in this current climate?
Well, Allah's God, and we on His time, and we in His time now. The enemy time is up, but you have to move strategically with and you have to be purpose driven. We move strategically and we are purpose driven. The fight for 2 years, like these people did not want us, like these people did not want us in there. And I just told the chaplain, like, man, this ain't what you want. You're gonna do what God wants you to do irregardless.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you do what you gotta do, and we're gonna do what we gotta do. But at this time right now, we're gonna end this phone call because you're being very disrespectful.
That's right.
And we
Yes,
ended the
sir.
phone call. The next phone call we got said we had to go through some kind of safety training and do some online training to get our PIN numbers. So yes, in this climate, prison reform is needed, and man, we can really do what the God desired for us to do when we do it in His name. They want it just as bad as we want it. Trust me, when them prisoners get out of control, just like they did in the time of the Attica riots,
That's
just
right,
use that
beloved.
as our example.
That's
And
right.
they had a riot in the Attica prisons up north New York, I believe in the 70s. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brother
Yes, sir,
Tony.
beloved.
I
Yes, sir.
believe, and the prison was out of control. Guess who they called?
Come on, say it.
Coming to the prison. They called the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan of the Nation of Islam.
That's
They're
right.
coming to the prison to talk to the prisoners to help with the riot. It was officers that were being held hostage. So they bear witness through their own action and or inaction that prison reform is the best thing that they've ever ran across, and that the Nation of Islam is the best thing that they ever seen in terms of prison reform, because they called the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So, I mean, in this climate, push hard.
Your microphone's going out, my brother.
Yeah, like we in about the 1970s.
Sound like a digital transistor.
Yeah. Bro,
Oh,
Michael got transformed to the 1970s.
It's in a time machine. Brother Michael, we can't hear you.
I don't know what's going on.
We don't either.
We blame it on that enemy
Yeah, that's why it's an iPhone. You got to get an Android. But
Oh, don't start.
Oh no, we're not gonna have an Android and iPhone debate here. Here you go do that, Sister Kalila.
The views of Sister Kalila are nowhere but the views of
No, people in the chat go something. Yeah, iPhone is better. No, Android is. Ain't gonna happen.
Still not.
No, we can't hear you, beloved. I'm sorry.
Log back in, dear brother.
Log out, log back in.
okay.
All right. Yes,
I heard
sir.
I did hear self-improvement.
Yeah, that's what I have to do for self-improvement.
Okay. Yeah.
We need iPhone improvement right now.
I'm not able to translate that.
Right. So, Brother Tony, we're gonna move to the next segment of our program.
Yes.
And with that being said,
yes, dear family, if you have benefited from this program here tonight, and we thank you for tuning in. But just like everybody else, and just like whenever we have any initiatives, a cost is attached to it. The streaming service that we use, they don't tell us, oh, you're so nice, you're about saving lives. No, they don't operate like that, like, oh, we're just going to let you stream for free. That doesn't happen like that, family. Anything that you're able to donate here tonight that will be able to help us in our cause of bringing quality programming to you all, focused on the mission of saving the lives of our people, please make a donation to $ 7th Region Coalition 29, available through Cash App. If you don't have Cash App and you have some other means to make a donation, you could always reach out to us personally. Send a message to the 7th Region Coalition page on Facebook, and we will be of your service. Thank you so much for your support, dear family.
Thank you.
Okay, and with that being said, just a quick word, and as we doing a quick word, excuse me, I would just like to just display some pictures that Brother Rashad did bless us with. But we're going to start with Brother Rashad and your last closing remarks.
In closing, I just want to say all praises due to Allah. I thank Allah for allowing me personally to work in the prison reform ministry, especially here in the 7th region. As you can see, it's all there in the picture. When we traveled together to hear student minister, I believe, Nuri, at that time. But this ministry, we are brothers. We believe in the brotherhood. We trust the brotherhood, and we work in the mission, and we are seeing success.
Mm-hmm.
In the nonprofit, we have housing available. We have clothing available. We have food available. And we have the teachings available for those who come in to participate in the program. We are serious about saving your loved ones from going back to prison. We are dead serious. And if you introduce them to us and let us come and communicate with them, we'll try our best to make sure that your loved one either continue in prison safe and sound and come out of there the same way, inshallah, God willing.
Praises be to Allah. Brother Zackariah.
Ma'am, it's just an honor to come before you and the people just to do the work in the community to help make this a decent, safe environment that we all can live together in peace and a universal harmony. And anyone have a loved one locked up or anything, just reach out to us, and by Allah's permission, we'll give you the information and help much as we can. Thank you.
You're welcome. And do you all have like a cash app or anything that you have in regards to possibly donations?
Well, ma'am, we were just speaking about that yesterday.
Yes, sir.
And I wanted to speak with our student regional minister, Minister Patrick, but right now we created our own traveling. We have a credit card that we created ourselves, but for us getting any type of assistance from the community, no, man, we have not yet created a cash app or anything to that magnitude, man. But inshallah, it's coming.
Okay, praises be to Allah. So where can they find you at in regards to social media, email? How can they reach out to you in regards to that?
Social media, there is an email, and the pillar website is out there as well. That's something is being developed as well. It's up and running, but it's being developed. Also, I can be reached at 786-222-0920. And if I don't pick up, please leave a message, text, or anything. And by the grace of Allah, inshallah, I will respond to your message or call. And there's some, Sister Khalil, you're going to open up a whole nother avenue. But yes, that's how I can be contacted, ma'am.
Okay, praises be to Allah. Praises be to Allah. And I'm going to turn it over to you, Brother Tony.
All praises due to Allah. Beloved family, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to tune in next week, inshallah, God willing, as we continue to bring to you beautiful programming, awesome programming meant to empower us and to help save our lives. May Allah continue to bless you all and your families. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.